It's not RC. Adventures in Radio Control. Hey folks, the guys over at aero-towing.com asked me to do a review of the high-ridge soaring KA-7 giant scale sailplane that's currently available at troybuiltmodels.com. Anyway, during the review process I had a bit of an adventure with the KA-7, and this video sort of highlights what happened there. Okay, well, before we see this amazing video, I want to talk to you a little bit about center of gravity. I want to go back to Aerodynamics 101 here and talk about CG. As most of you guys know, it's where the plane balances, and it's very important to how the plane flies. The instructions that came with the plane clearly suggested that the CG should be 100 millimeters back from the leading edge of the wing. And that's right around where you'd expect it to be. It's about 25% of the wing's chord. However, if you have a crazy forward-swept wing like we have here on the KA-7, that completely mucks up the geometry and throws that rule of thumb out the window. So, consequently, my balance point on this plane was way, way, way off. I wasn't even close to where I should have been. It was totally tail-heavy. And I'm betting you guys are really curious to see how a large glider like this would fly with the CG completely wrong. So let's take a look at that. Here we are at the aero-tow near Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Stefan here, hooking up the tow line. For the maiden flight, I had my buddy Len Buffington fly it for me. If anything was going to go wrong, he was the guy to be on the sticks. And oh boy, am I glad that he was. Immediately it was obvious something was terribly, terribly wrong. Look at it, pitching wildly. That's not good. So by this time it was definitely too late to release, so the idea was to stay on for a while and hopefully get some altitude so we could figure this out. Yeah, that's not good. Classic symptoms of a grossly tail-heavy airframe. Yeah, she's just completely pitch unstable, pitching up and down, up and down. Very, very bad. The only thing I could think to do was distract my test pilot by stating the obvious.
Sounds like she's tail heavy.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Well, with lots of really expensive sailplanes sitting on the side of the field, and obviously people down here too, we were thinking about maybe where we should be crashing this thing safely. With impending doom looming large on the horizon, Len decided to, what the heck, let's throw out the spoilers and see if that helps. And you know what, the spoilers did help. She almost sort of stabilized.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
You broke your rule, Len.
Len, you are my hero.
You broke your rule. That's 4 meters.
Thank you.
Shit,
Thank you.
tail heavy.
Oh,
Is
boy.
it tail heavy? Oh,
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you.
Screaming tail heavy.
I got lead if you need it.
That was tail heavy. Holy Christmas. I honestly did not think it was going to come back.
After we put that weight in,
I was saying something goes. Well, no, there's no way we're going to get it back.
CG is probably at the leading edge.
Dive.
Yeah,
Pull
it's
up.
Seriously, tail heavy.
Dive.
Yeah.
Pull up.
I mean,
I couldn't get it to the middle.
I don't know.
It would go middle, then it would dive. And finally, coming in our final, I figured maybe the blades will help stabilize it. So I threw the blades out, and it kind of stabilized, you know?
You're my hero, Lynn.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can't believe you got that on the ground.
Let's see what we can do to fix it.
Yeah.
Fly it
Lots of lead, I'm thinking.
An aero-tow event is probably not a bad place to have an issue with your sailplane, because there's no shortage of guys standing around that know an awful lot about this sort of stuff, including people with laptops with computer programs that tell you exactly where their CG should be. We just had to take a few measurements.
So you're going to want to know
Where do we go here?
leading edge.
Leading edge.
Leading edge. I guess you want to measure the...
The first thing to do was figure out how much forward sweep this crazy wing has.
Well, that might be throwing it off a little bit,
yeah.
but not by much, that's for sure.
If you tip it, I can sight it.
Let me know if I'm straight.
Looks pretty
Now
good.
you can just use a pen and paper and
pretty
maybe a
good.
calculator to figure this stuff out, but why make it hard on yourself? You could just go online, do a search for center of gravity calculator. You want to look for the ones that also include the tail of the airplane. Those seem to be the most accurate. But yeah, you just bang in all the measurements it asks for, wingspan and chord and lots of stuff, and it spits out a recommended CG. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, it's pretty darn accurate. So that's what I should have done in the first place, was double check the instructions. But you live, you learn, I guess.
What time to get 22. I think it's probably got on the ground.
just these converted to metric.
Oh, no. Really good place you can stick. Except Atlanta had to know.
Well, that didn't exactly go to plan. As you can see, we had a little bit of a tail-heavy situation there, by about 4 pounds. I followed the instructions that came with the plane, and as you can see, it was completely tail-heavy. So thanks to my buddy Len Buffington, I managed to get it back on the ground in one piece, which was an absolute miracle. I don't know, there's only a handful of pilots in this country I think could have actually landed that thing. But we've corrected the problem, so we're going to take it up again, and hopefully all will go well.
Oh, that looks a little bit better.
Yeah, I'd say that's a little bit more than a little bit better. Look at that, she's flying like she should be. That's beautiful. And we're coming off tow. And look, we're not pitching wildly up and down this time. It's amazing what 4 pounds of lead can do for an airplane. So once Len got her trimmed out, he handed me the transmitter and said, here you go. I flew around for probably about 15 minutes, and then it was time to land. Len offered to bring her in for me, but I was having such a good time, and you know what? She was really easy to fly. I didn't see a problem with me landing her, so I stayed with it.
In the pattern, we're going to be landing. Landing. There she is, the KA-7 from Troy Belt Models. That flight went much better. Got the CG issue figured out, got it balanced up. flies like a dream. You know, she just thermaled for like 15 minutes. Really slow, easy flyer, very easy to fly. She's a big puppy dog up there, so quite happy with that. So thanks for watching. Catch you next time.